Good morning, namaste. I'm so glad that you're here today. Are you tired of looking at videos when people are real close like this? Hi, Lori. Good morning. Oh, just trying to set all these things up is just about, I'm done. Are you? No, I'm really happy that I get a chance to do this. We get to explore yoga in a totally different way. So I'm glad that you're here this morning. Please have 2 blocks available if you have a blanket or something that you might find appropriate to help you in seated meditation, and please grab that. And you might want, I don't know, strap is always nice to have on hand. I always just have my yoga mat strap close by in case I need it. So we'll get started in a couple more moments. Can everybody hear me okay? You can let me know. The playlist is on Spotify, and I will post that later. I don't want to get too up into the screen here putting it on, but it's on Spotify, Power Life Yoga, and you can find it under Power to Gayle and Today's Date. So that's usually how I make the playlist. So Power to, oh, hi Marilyn, my friend. Hi Kelly, look at everybody coming in. Hi friends. Hi, I miss you all so much. So we'll get started in a couple minutes. I'm knocking stuff over. So yesterday my daughter came home, or the day before, for Easter. And this is her bedroom, just because my own yoga studio across the hall is too tight. I need a bigger space to have the camera angles, which clearly I still need some help there, but so I had to rush and hurry and get everything all set up. Hi, good morning. So this is the best I can do. Here we are. Are you doing the best you can do? That's all we can do. Okay, so just come to a comfortable seat, grab your blanket if you need to. I need to sit down for meditation. And obviously, while you're practicing, you won't be looking at the screen anyway, so it doesn't matter, does it? And sit up tall, cross your legs, and if you can bring one leg on top of the other, if you can bring one foot over to the opposite hip, and try to do that. Of course, don't do this if you have sensitive knees. You know, just recross your leg. You can sit cross-legged, simple style, whatever. But when you get there, close your eyes. Crown of the head reaches up tall. Lean back slightly. And let your hips get heavy. Hands can be anywhere, on the lap, in the lap, on the knees, palms down, palms up. Figure out what's going to feel comfortable for you for the next few moments. If you're just tuning in, hello. Start with seated. Notice the breath in through the nose, out through the nose. And notice how it changes. And you might need to shift the body just a little bit more if you need to. You know, these things will start to come up. And everything's always in motion. And we're just trying to bring it back into a balance. What's distracting you? How much weight do you give it? Can you notice the parts of the body that feel a little stiff, a little sticky? The parts of the body that didn't really want to get on the mat today, but you did it. There's some people that said, I'm not going to do it right now, and that's fine. Maybe something that was more important, but here you are, dedicating an hour to your practice today. If the mind starts to flit and move, keep bringing it back to the breath. The ancient yogis knew this is the one way to get us to the present moment, is the breath. And we're not yogis sitting in the Himalayas. We're yogis in the year 2020. We're yogis in the middle of a worldwide situation where everyone is faced kind of with the same-ish things in different ways. How are you balancing that? This time that you dedicated is important, you know. You're not in the charge of the world right now. But you can just be watching, like an observer, like a lifeguard, just observing the breath. You touch the breath in just a gentle way that you invite the breath a little deeper, a little bit more full now. Good, and then can you just find a very slight lift in the pelvic floor, the bathroom muscles, lift them back up into the body, lift them up a little bit higher. Mula Bandha. And as you exhale, can you draw right beneath your navel about 2 inches down and in, Uddiyana Bandha. Pull that in and up. Feel that breath rise up through the spine. Tuck your chin in just a little bit more, Jaladhara Bandha. Pull the tongue off the roof of the mouth. And begin to breathe through your throat as if it's slightly constricted, Ujjayi Pranayama. We can get out of control with the breath sometimes too, Ujjayi. People sound like Darth Vader. Nothing good happened when that guy showed up. So if you get a little too aggressive with the breath, back off. I gave myself a little head spin there. Can you find that perfect balance of effort and ease, Stira and Sukham? And can you try this just for 5 more breaths, Ujjayi, not to go too much. Good, and then just relax the breath and kind of fall back into your natural position. Maybe a little bit around, but not too round in the spine. You can release the chin lock, the belly lock, the root lock. Okay, find this perfect balance in your practice today. Bring your hands to the floor. So grateful that we're here on this earth today. Reach our arms up to the sky. Just so grateful as you look up into the atmosphere, into the universe. Just how are we here? Wherever you are, you're so important. And find that balance between heaven and earth as the hands come down to your heart, bow your head, and just so grateful that we get to share this time in this way, in this moment together. May this practice be everything we need it to be today. Any other intention here is yours. Breathe in. And breathe out, release your hands. You can slightly open your eyes. So again, we're using 2 blocks today if you have them, straps if you need them. Find your way to tabletop. Hands and knees, you can face any which way you want to. I'll try to mirror today, so my left will be your right. But there's a great chance I'll mess that up because that's how we Get used to things. So tabletop, find a bandha's engaged, find your breath again. And just find some movement here. Inhale to cow, look up to infinity, lift your tailbone up, exhale, down dog. Lift the hips, take the gaze between your knees and stretch a few breaths here. Roll out your neck. Open your mouth as wide as you can. Make some movement with your jaw and close your eye. Close your mouth. Exhale. Inhale, come back to cow pose, look up. Exhale, down dog. Find a few movements like this. Maybe a leg needs to lift when you're in down dog. That's it. How's this body this morning? A little different than yesterday. Good. Lower down to your knees, back to tabletop. I'll turn sideways. Keep all of your toes tucked under. If you need to reach back and grab them, bring your toe prints on the floor. Sit back just a little bit, hands to the floor. Just sit back into the heels. Maybe lift up your knees, bring your forehead to your knees and breathe into the low back. Breathe into the ribs. How much space can you create here? Keep your toes tucked under, lower the knees down. And come up sitting on your toes, sitting on your hips. Interlace your hands, roll your wrist around just a little bit. Turn your palms out away from you. As you inhale, sweep the arms up, biceps around the ears. Root down through your seat and your feet. Reach up to the heavens. Breathe in. Breathe out. Release your hands to the floor. Maybe a little bit back behind you. Inhale, hands to heart. Exhale, interlace your hands. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, hands to the floor. Do this 3 more times. Now find your ujjayi breath without it being too loud, too obnoxious. Nothing where your family's going, what are you doing in there? And one more, getting into the shoulders here, the wrists. Exhale. Good. Inhale to tabletop. Turn your hands the other way. So turn your hands either sideways so the fingertips face the sides, or maybe you can turn your hands all the way where your fingertips face your knees. Breathe in. Press the tops of the feet on the floor. Cat pose. Stay here and breathe. So that same posture you just found, see if you can create that space there. Continue to breathe here. Do you have anything that you're releasing? Oh yeah, that's it. Good, round into the back, just a few more breaths in and out. Push your spine up to the sky. Look at your belly button, pull the belly in, exhale. Inhale, return back to tabletop, roll out the wrists. Sun salutations. So from your tabletop, maneuver your way all the way up from downward facing dog to the top of the mat. So you might be used to the yoga teacher calling it out in the studio. While you're at home and you're practicing in a new way, maybe find new ways to do things. Halfway lift here. Exhale, fold in, wrap your arms around your legs, give yourself a hug. Thank you for showing up on the mat today with all of us practicing here. Inhale, release, mountain pose. Reach your feet into the floor, come all the way up. It might become headless at some point in the screen. Don't worry about looking at me. Exhale, interlace your hands back behind you. Roll that, squeeze the elbows, roll the shoulders on the back, lean back, look up. Breathe in. Breathe out, release your hands with you and all the way come to the floor, then the hands come to the floor. Halfway lift, do that 2 more times. Hug it. Don't forget to squeeze. Inhale, mountain. Exhale, hands back behind, maybe release your thumb, the opposite thumb. Inhale, lean up. Exhale, bow. Halfway lift. Give yourself a hug in. That's 3 hugs you gave yourself already. Inhale, rise. Exhale, hands behind. Inhale, lean up, look up. Exhale, bow, release the hands. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, high plank. Plant the hands, step your feet back. So the back of the head is lifted. Tailbone draws towards the heels. Breathe in. Lower your knees for the first one. Keep your toes on the floor, Ashtangasana. Lower your chest and your chin. So you have 8 limbs, your toes, 1 and 2, knees 3 and 4, hands 5 and 6, chest and chin 7 and 8. Inhale, low cobra. Stay here and breathe. Hands are underneath your elbows. Oftentimes we have them way underneath the shoulders. Bring them back. Press the tops of the feet onto the floor. Breathe in. Breathe out, come down. Inhale, hips to heels. Exhale, down dog. Tuck the toes, lift the hips. Different way of sun salutations, just breaking it down. Inhale to high plank. Exhale, lower, knees, chest, chin. Inhale, low cobra. Exhale, forehead down. Inhale, hips to heels. Exhale, down dog. 1 more time like that. Inhale, high plank. Exhale, Ashtangasana, knees, chest, chin. Keep the toes. Inhale, low cobra. Exhale, third eye to the earth. Inhale, hips to heels. Exhale, down dog. See how that feels. Whew. Body's beginning to warm up. Keep the breath not too tight, right? But not to let go either. If you're in a posture and you recognize that you're off balance with the breath, remember most of the time we're inhaling, we're lifting up towards the ceiling. Most of the time we're exhaling, we're coming down. Inhale, take the right leg high. Bend, twist, open. Reach your hands into the floor. Keep the shoulders stacked. Inhale, 3-legged dog. Exhale, down dog, other side. Check it out. If you're too much into the wrist, press your forearms forward and your upper arms back. That's it. Inhale, reach. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, shift forward, high plank pose. Small circles. Just circles, kind of shoulders, circle over the wrist and change direction. Legs are strong, try not to sag. Back to downward facing dog. There's a place where you really tune into the core. You want not to avoid it, you want to feel it. Breathe. Ignite your light. Inhale, heels high. Exhale, top of the mat. Now this next one, halfway lift. Exhale, fold this next sun salutation. Inhale, chair pose. Bend your knees, fingertips to the floor. Sweep your arms up. Biceps around the ears. Legs are strong. Reach your toes up. Push your outer knees out a little bit. In at the hips. Inhale, reach through your fingertips. Exhale, fold over your straight legs. Inhale, flat back. First time for chaturanga. Exhale, put the hands back to high plank. I like to bend my knees. I've shredded my shoulders. They're old, so you can take it into a thighs off the floor here for up dog, downward facing dog. It's hard to talk and practice at the same time. So you're practicing, but please make sure to, really make sure that you're not hurting your body. If I say chaturanga and you're not breath, or you're not feeling that strength, lower the knees, you get upper body strength, or skip it all together. Inhale, float the right leg high. Exhale, bring the right knee right into the chest. Now reach back like your right leg is 500 pounds, three-legged dog. Exhale, step it through to right side low lunge. Stay right here, fingertips frame your foot. For right now, push strong through your back leg. Breathe in, breathe out. Actively spin your left foot down and reach the outer edge into the floor, and then come up to warrior one. Hips are as even as you can get them. Reach your biceps around the ears, lean back, maybe a big back bend. Too early for me. See what you need. Breathe in, breathe out. Hands to the floor, low lunge. Inhale, high plank. Exhale, chaturanga or not. Inhale, upward facing dog. Thighs off the floor. Exhale, downward facing dog. Something is meant to get you heated and warm. Inhale, raise your left leg. Exhale, let your knee come right up to your chest. Inhale, reach it like it's 500 pounds, three-legged dog. Find some resistance. Exhale, left side, low lunge. Step between your hands. Spin the back heel flat and rise up. Make the adjustments. Push your tailbone forward. Sink the hips low and then reach up tall. Keep rooting into the earth, reaching towards the heavens, and then find that balance right in your heart. Breathe in, right between heaven and earth. Breathe out, low lunge. Take your time. Inhale to high plank. If you're taking modifications, drop your knees. Okay, if downward facing dog isn't for you, back to down dog when you find it. If it's not for you, you can always drop your knees and you can just step one foot through and come up. So modify this however you need it today. Here's your sum B. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, come to the top of the mat. Inhale, flat back, feel the chest lift. Exhale, dive in, maybe a little hug. Inhale, chair. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift, take it if you want. Exhale, chaturanga or not. Inhale, up dog. That's called a half vinyasa. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, right leg high. Exhale, right knee to your chest. Inhale, reach up, find the resistance, squeeze in the glute. Exhale, low lunge, complete the breath. Rise up like a phoenix, warrior one, look up. Exhale, low lunge, take your time. Inhale, high plank, balance the hips in line with each other. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog, heart lifts. Exhale, hips lift, down dog. Inhale, raise your left leg. Exhale, knee to chest. Inhale, three-legged. Stay with your breath. Exhale, low lunge. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Find your way to downward facing dog. You might need a child's pose for a moment. Listen to your breath. Yes, every day we have all these things pulling us away from what's happening internally. We don't have a chance to even notice what's happening in the major feelings of life, let alone the tiny little subtle things that we're here to make a change. Take this sun B one more time. Come back to chair pose, float back. Take your time. Close your eyes, and maybe with a smile on your face, enjoy your practice. Get lost, it's okay. Experience your breath, breathing your body. Inhale's generally going up, exhale's generally going down. You got it. Good, and then from here, just see if you can just drop back into seated. Drop back into your seated posture without fidgeting. See if you can just drop it and close your eyes. Make the legs a little active this time. Pull your toes out, the outer edges of the feet. Draw them up to the outsides of the knees. Pull the knees down towards the floor, the outer knees down to the floor. Pull your outer hips inward. So not becoming too tight or too stiff, but let that energy flow through the body now. Flowing with the mind. Flowing in and out of thoughts. Good, now we don't want to lose too much heat, so find your way back to tabletop. Find a few rounds of cow and cat. Inhale to cow, exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, raise up onto your heels, or onto the tiptoes. Exhale, step or hop forward. Halfway lift. And fold it. I'm going to turn towards the screen if you need to see it. Inhale, chair pose. As you exhale, take your outer left foot, trying to mirror on the outside of the right knee. And flex your left toes up to the outsides of the knee. So standing figure four, standing figure chair, I guess I should say. So sit back like you're sitting your butt down. Outer left knee pushes down to the floor. Exhale. Inhale, warrior two. So it's a big step back. Take your arms open. So you breathe into right side warrior two. Hips are narrow on the mat. Nice and long through your spine. Push back to the back of the head. I have a tendency to have my head float up in front of my body. Pull the head back if you have the same. Inhale, warrior two. Exhale, extended side angle. Take what you need in this pose. Elbow to knee for me today. Maybe the bicep goes over the ear. But lengthen the whole right side body. I like the self-assist to reach the top hand to the rib towards the floor, and then turn the chest up. Exhale. Inhale, star pose. Push down into both feet. Come all the way up. You're narrow on your mat. Heels are in, toes are out. Squeeze through the legs. Breathe in. Breathe out, goddess pose. Bend your elbows, bend your knees. If they come inward, see if you can push them out. Okay, out at the outer knees, in at the hips. Exhale, goddess. Inhale, star. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, reverse warrior. Let your left hand grab your right wrist and reach back. Squeeze the biceps around the ears. Remember those bundle locks. See if you can find them here. Breathe in. Breathe out, low lunge. Wait for the back heel to spin up, and then it'll close your hips back up. Low lunge. Exhale. Inhale, chair. Step your back foot up and sweep your arms up. Now if that's too big of a fast movement, Take a few breaths to get there. From chair pose, exhale, other side. Flex your toes. Push that outer knee down. Pull back like the outside of your armpits. Woo. Pull them back. Shouldn't be looking around. Exhale. Inhale, warrior two. You can break that down a few times from, single-legged mountain. But as you flow this, it'll become easier. I promise. Just like life. If you try to ever ride your bike or sit on a bicycle with a kickstand up and you're just sitting there trying to balance, it's not easy. Inhale, reach forward. Exhale, extended side angle. So holding posture sometimes is much more difficult, isn't it? Than a sweet vinyasa flow. Exhale from side angle. Inhale, star. So the difference between goddess pose and horse pose is really the hands, from how I understand. So from star pose, goddess pose, bend your elbows, bend your knees. Okay? Horse pose, as they say, is hands at your heart. I know this is temple pose. Take whatever you want to. From star, exhale, find goddess or horse. Push the outer knees out and at the hips. Exhale. Would you want to be a horse today or a goddess? I don't know. Inhale, star. Exhale, left side, warrior two. Inhale, reverse. If it was a Valkyrie, the horse could fly. Breathe in. Breathe out. Low lunge, left side. Wait for that back heel to spin up. Exhale from low lunge. Inhale, find chair. Now you'll flow. Exhale, figure four. Inhale, warrior two. Exhale, side angle. Inhale, star. Exhale, goddess. Squeeze, inhale, star. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, low lunge. Inhale, chair. Exhale, figure four, other side. Inhale, warrior two, left side. Exhale, side angle. Inhale, star. Exhale, goddess. Inhale, star. Exhale, warrior two, left side. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, low lunge. Inhale, chair. Exhale, one more time through. Figure four. Inhale, right side, warrior two. Exhale, side angle. Inhale, star. Exhale, goddess. Inhale, star. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, right side, low lunge. Inhale, chair. Exhale, figure four, last side, left side. Inhale, warrior two. You know where you're going now. Star. Goddess. Star. Two. Reverse. Low lunge. Squat. Come all the way up to yoga squat. See how you feel there. Hands to your heart, close your eyes. So you can push your arms into your knee, your shins a little bit. Lift your heart up into the hands. Notice the breath. Remember that one pose that you started in, kind of in the beginning where you found we were in like a broken toe pose. See if you can create that same space with the breath. The breath is a healing breath. Make sure you don't come too short into the neck and rounded into the shoulders. The shoulders are on the back, shoulders are pushed away, and you grow up out of that, like a lotus blossom. Breathe in, come onto your back, all the way down. So the yogis talk about the yoga lotus blossom, you know, because it lives out of in mud, and it comes up, and when it opens up, it's this beautiful, unstained, perfect, gorgeous flower. Finding the balance, light and dark, and the balance in your life. So you come all the way onto your back. Pull your knees into your chest. Give yourself a hug. Now from here, the breath feels a little different. I was talking generally we lift up. On an inhale, generally we come down on the exhale. When we're doing and activating the core work, the exhale is the contraction. So right here, take your feet up to the sky. So you're on your back, feet to the sky. Hands are down, maybe underneath your butt. Breathe in. Now contract your belly as you breathe out. Lower your legs. Feel that in your belly, and then come up again. Don't go too far. Okay, inhale. Exhale, start to lower. Straighten through the legs. Push into the floor, lift. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Keep going as far as you can, but keep your spine on the floor. Don't slingshot the legs back. Make it controlled. Keep the space between your ears and your shoulders long again. Okay, we tend to shorten that up there. Keep going. Exhale, lower, inhale, lift. Lower the legs, exhale, keep them there, hovering off the floor, and then just move them side to side. Maybe with a smile on your face, pull the tongue right to the tip of the back of the top two teeth. Shorten through your shoulders and your neck. Pull the knees into a squeeze. Move from side to side. Ah, see how that feels. Eagle crunches are next. From here, tabletop the legs. Bring your left knee over your right. You can hook your feet if you want to here, or just knee to knee. So if your left thigh is on top, your left elbow goes down, the right elbow goes on top, so it's opposite. And again, you can hook your hands or hand to hand, whatever works. You can always put your hands to your shoulders. Breathe in and breathe out. Inhale, pull away. Exhale, curl up the contraction. Inhale, exhale. Keep going. Make sure that your neck, your stabilizer, protector muscles aren't pulling you up, and it's from your core. That's it. Good. Change sides. Other side. So you took 5, probably, on the one side. I was counting 5. Good, keep going. Hug in and release. Feet to the floor. Some bridge action here. So pull the heels somewhat in line with your hips. They don't have to be so close in. They can be wherever they need to be for your body. Every body is different. Find a bridge pose. Take the hands down. Reach the hips up. And make sure it's not just your shoulders that you're pushing into or your neck, that it's the glutes are lifting, your thighs are lifting. Push your hands down as you lift up. Exhale, lower down. Next time you come up to bridge pose, push into the feet. Raise the hips on the inhale, reach your left leg to the sky. So push down with your right foot, or push up with your left leg, reach up. Then find your figure four here. Flex the toes, the outer knee pushes down away from the action of the hips lifting. Come down, pull the right knee in for a squeeze. Maybe lift your head and shoulders. Get a little hip opener there. Other side. Raise the hips. Raise the right leg. Figure four. It's like a can opener. Come down. Oh, we forgot to pull the knee into the chest. Well, I did. You probably remembered. Good. From here, pull yourself up to seated. And my favorite is not the crow pose after core. Crows and I don't get along very well. You can find crow pose here, or you can move into Bhuja Padasana. So Bhuja Padasana, crow pose and Bhuja Padasana, you can start from the same place. Crow pose is here. You shift the gaze forward. You pull the knees in, lift up. It's not my fave. You can move into Bhuja Padasana, take your hands right behind your heels, and it's more of a shoulder press. So you press down, cross your feet, and then lift your legs. Find length from your ears and your shoulders, and you might tip and fall, and that's okay. Roll out the wrist if you took crow or Bhuja Padasana, and come back to downward facing dog. No rush to get there. Breathe in and breathe out. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, top of the mat. Halfway lift and fold in. Inhale, rise all the way up. A little bit of balance here. I'll step back so I'm not so headless. Find your eagle pose, right side. Lift your left knee, cross it over your right thigh, just like you did on the floor. You can kickstand, you can hook, opposite elbow. If your knees start to drift to one side, pull them back in. A soft smile on your face is always nice. Exhale. Inhale, release. Other side. So from chair pose, eagle pose, lift one thigh over the other. Cross the opposite elbow on top. Are you focused? Does that focus throw you off sometimes? Inhale. Are there other people in your household right now? Are there animals on your mat that can throw us off? All little things can throw us off. Come back to breath and notice. Dancer pose. So just like do in our Power One class. Eagles dance in trees. Yeah, every yoga teacher knows that. Push your right foot down. Invite the left knee in. This could be your dancer pose today, just standing right here, noticing when the balance is. If you're ready, start to push this center of your left knee back and reach forward. Tight, strong leg, reach out, kick the foot. What does your dancer look like? Beautiful. It's beautiful. Whatever you're doing, you're so gorgeous. Come all the way out. It's perfect until you think otherwise, right? Did you hear that? It's perfect until you think otherwise. Other side. It's perfect until you think otherwise. You're breathing. This is perfect. You're not in charge of anything right now. Soften around that idea. Come out of dancer's pose. Shake it out. Tree pose, Vrikshasana. Pull your left knee out in front of you. And then open the knee. Your tree pose can be right here. We do this in gentle yoga, and then when I pull it out in like a more, air quotes, intermediate class, it's a lot more challenging. Tighten up through your outside of the right leg. You're focused on one place, drishti. Leg can be anywhere. When we first start tree pose, we throw the heel right up into the crotch. I think that's what it's supposed to be. Trees have branches way down below. They start, some do, right? Till you cut them off. Don't cut off the breath here. Come out, shake it out, do the other side. So I want you to feel as you take the outer right knee and push it back. Keep the foot flexed. And then marry that outer opposite hip, outer left hip in with the right foot. It's a little challenging, find your balance. Come out, shake it out. One round of sun salutation and the whole thing. Inhale, mountain pose. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, chaturanga, all the way down. Inhale, low cobra. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, fold in. Separate your feet. Inhale, chair pose. Exhale, revolved chair. Hands to your heart, lean forward on an inhale. Exhale, turn to the right. Stay here. I went the wrong way, I forgot to mirror. Don't look at the screen. Breathe in. Breathe out, step your left foot back, revolve crescent. You might have gotten a little wobbly there. Drop your back knee if you need to. If that doesn't feel good to the spine, come up. It's a variation of revolved warrior. We also call it vertical twist. Breathe in. Breathe out into a low lunge. Inhale back to chair. Exhale, other side. revolved chair. Shift the weight into your left foot. Step your right foot back. Exhale, low lunge. Inhale, step back up, yoga squat. Now find your props that you're using for blocks today. And come down to a seat. So there's a posture called Lolasana and Tolasana. They're both variations of scale pose. Balancing, right, as much as we can. So we try to find our life in balance, and we notice in our postures, our left side is so much different than our right side. You know, we have different guts on one side. I know my face on one side looks different than the other side. I have one eye that's a little droopy. You might know, or you might be a person that has two different color eyes. Nothing's in balance. Two different size feet. You know, nothing's in balance all the time. But we use our yoga practice to bring us somewhat in alignment, to balance the inner and outer. So Lolasana starts us into our posture of Tolasana. Tolasana is scale pose, where both of your legs are in a bound lotus Padmasana. So for right now, let's just start with Lolasana, one leg. This is where I'm not going to mirror, because like you, I have one side that's stronger, one side that's not. So bring whatever leg you want up, rock it like a baby, from side to side. So yesterday, I had a class, compass pose, right? The sundial pose, same hip opener. This can be a hip opener, it's a shoulder press. So as you take the top of your foot to the opposite hip, lower the leg. Keep it flexed like you did in your standing figure four, like you did in your bridge pose when you were on your back. Have your blocks handy. Okay, bring them right wherever you can press your hands down. And just lift your butt up. Press your shoulders down through the hands, through the blocks, and raise your butt. Okay, not leaning forward, hugging in, not leaning too far back. My blocks are too high. Good. Then can you pull that knee off the floor and maybe lift the outer knee up the bottom leg. I'm starting to round, so you want to make sure that you find some length here. And then come down and try the other side. Roll out the wrist. If you need that exercise that we did in the beginning, you know, shake it out. Other side. Recognize how one side is so much different than the other. You might be shifting too far back. You might need to shift forward a little bit. Flex the foot. Hands on the block. Push down through your shoulders, just like you did Bhuja Padasana. Okay, flex the foot, let it be active, and lift up. Work to maybe even lift the bottom leg. And come down. There's a lot of core work involved as well. So Tolasana, and of course you don't want to do this if you have sensitive knees, like don't do this part. It's not good for your knees. But if you have knees that are still flexible and have some space and cartilage in your knees, then give this a try. So heel goes to the opposite hip, same thing for the other. So Padmasana is your lotus pose. Flex your feet, pull your knees in a little bit tighter. From here you can push your hands down and lift up. Okay, pull the knees up. Tolasana. Nice job. Release the legs. to a seated forward bend. In yin yoga, we call it caterpillar pose. You might need to reach for your blanket underneath your butt if you need some assistance to lift the hips. Legs are out, but not active. So let your feet relax, let them splay in or out, and fold forward. So no activation here. You're not trying to get your forehead to your knees. You can round your shoulders here. Hands rest wherever they need to. Our yoga postures can teach us so much about how we deal with things. The body is a map of our past. It holds on to all these tensions that have come from stress, from however you're doing life, and it's not wrong, okay? But you notice it's there. You notice how you approach things when you start to slow down. Do you approach them like, that aggressive breath? Do you approach things maybe, or not even approach things at all, or maybe in a very timid way? Stira and Zuka, the balance of effort and ease. Take a few more breaths here, just enjoy this time. Hopefully you found that strength and encouragement from your practice today. And maybe the places that would like to get a little stronger. And it's going to take some determination and perseverance. But be okay with that wherever you are. Meet yourself where you are. Now feel this in your body without trying too much. Just start to lift up off of that forward bend and come all the way onto your back. Just come all the way down, and then just for that one moment, just feel being fragile. Feel being vulnerable right there. Ooh, you might even make a noise. And this breath is different, this moment is different. Let your body just rest here in Shavasana. Not to fidget or fix or do anything, just to be here. I'll call you out when it's time. Like liquid, pour the awareness over into your right side body. Let the fluid move over and pour into the left side. And pour it back and find your midline. Find the places in the body that touch the earth. Appreciate the spaciousness in the front body, all the space around, and breathe into that space. Draw the knees into the chest and just windshield wiper the knees from one side to the other until you find yourself pouring over to your favorite side and guide yourself up to seated. Keep the eyes closed and bring your hands to your heart. And when you're going through your day today, and take this practice with you. Measure it out in your scale. Is it taking away from something? Is it bringing balance into my life? Is this relationship? Is this words? What is it that's throwing you off? And see if you can bring yourself back into a balanced state of harmony and peace, love. And let's meet each other here in the place of our truth. Love, light. Namaste. Thank you so much, everybody. I'm so glad we got to practice together. I have another live class coming up on Wednesday, same time. If there's something you want to work on, let me know. Just text me or message me. Otherwise, there's tons of classes that are happening on this Power Life channel. There's more live classes. There's one more today, and then they have some classes that are pre-recorded, and we call that the drop, if you're wondering. So lots and lots and lots of things happening on this channel. It just takes your dedication and time to come check it out. There's really short meditations, there's short workouts, and there's hour-long classes as well. I love you. I can't wait till we see each other again. I miss you so much. Okay, have a fabulous day. Namaste, friends. I still might be here till Wednesday trying to figure out how to close this out. I love you. Bye.